proof of the quadratic formula. So the statement of the quadratic formula says that if you have this quadratic equation here with a not equal to 0, then the solutions of the equation are going to be this one and that one. So you can solve any quadratic equation. And you write that as with the plus or minus. Okay, so here's the proof steps that you have to know for a test. You start off with the equation, the a not equal to 0. Then you just do the completing the square process, meaning you divide through by a, and it cancels off the a in front of the x squared. That's the idea. And then you get this equation. Then you subtract c over a from both sides, which cancels it off of the left side, and puts a negative c over a on the right side. Then, with completing the square technique, you take half of the coefficient of the x and square the whole thing. So there's half of it, half of b over a being squared, and you add that to both sides, half of b over a squared. Then you simplify that a little bit. Half of b over a is b over 2a. Half of b over a is b over 2a. Then we write this left side as a squared out binomial, because this here is a perfect square trinomial. So it's x plus b over 2a squared. So you can check it out. X squared, multiplied together and double. That's b over 2ax doubled is b over ax. So that checks out. And then square the last. B over 2a squared is b over 2a squared. So that checks out. On this side, we're just going to square out b over 2a, which is b squared over 4a squared. B squared over 4a squared. Then over here, we're just copying this step down on the left. On the right, we're going to get a common denominator in order to add the negative ca to the b squared over 4a squared. So we're going to multiply by 4a over 4a, which is just like multiplying by 1. And then on the next step, we're just copying down the left side again. Over here we've got the negative 4ac on the numerator and 4a squared on the denominator. And this copied down. Then we have just the same thing on the left. And now we have the common denominator now, 4a squared. That's the common. So we're going to subtract these, but I'm going to do it in the order that it'll end up looking like the quadratic formula later. It's b squared minus 4ac. So b squared minus 4ac, all over 4a squared. Now, we take the square root of both sides. So x plus b over 2a is on this side, then plus or minus, for the reasons that we've shown in other problems, it's the square root of all this in here. Okay, then this left side just copies down, plus or minus. Now we take the square root of 4a squared is 2a. So that comes out of the square root. So the square root is only on the top now, not on the bottom. It's over 2a. Then we're going to subtract b over 2a on both sides, so it cancels off to the left and puts a negative b over 2a on the right side, plus or minus in the same quantity that we had. Then we already have a common denominator here, so we're just going to add these two fractions. So we'll have negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over the common denominator of 2a. So if you go through these steps and you understand them, you're never going to forget ever again this quadratic formula, and you're going to know where it came from.